Hello. 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 Okay. Uh, Today, okay. This is my number 976440326. This is my first live video on Python programming. I am doing this lecture by considering that you know C programming. No doubt you must know C++ programming. When we go to the object oriented programming system using Python, you must have knowledge of C++. But this initially for a few days we are considering that you are familiar with C programming, and considering this simple program that I want to read two numbers, I want to calculate sum and average, and I want to display sum and average. If you find any problem in lecture, please call me on this number. Okay, I mean, while this live lecture. If you are watching recording, then no problem. Okay, but if you are watching live streaming, then don't chat directly, call me on this number. So now I want to read two numbers, I want to calculate sum and average, and I want to display sum and average. Okay, to read the number in C programming, I will write it with blue pen. In C programming, we take help of scanf statement. Scanf statement is used to read information from a keyboard. We want to read integer number, so we give %d, and suppose we want to read value for n1, so we give here n1. So this indicates read one integer number for n1. And before any scanf statement, we use printf statement just to indicate what we are expecting. Input number. And after every statement, we give semicolon to indicate end of the statement. Similarly, we can read value for n2, then we can calculate sum as n1 plus n2, then we can calculate average as sum divided by 2.0, and then we can print sum as addition equal to %d sum, and printf /n average is equal to % f avg. Okay, I am considering this as you are familiar with C programming. Rest part I am not writing declaration of a variable, void, main, hash, include. I am not writing anything. Okay. Now this same program here, suppose we want to read value for n2. So scanf %d amp plus n2, and then here we need semicolon, printf input number. Okay, so now this program I want to convert into the Python. To read any value from the keyboard, we take help of a input statement. Input indicates you want to read. Now the best facility given in Python is, instead of using printf and scanf separately, we can combine this. Enter number like this. So input, basically scanf is considered as a input statement in a Python, and print is parallel to printf statement in Python. In C we use printf statement. In Python we use print statement. And we can use combination of printf and scanf into the single statement, that is input. In input we can give open bracket, close bracket, that we will discuss after some time. Double quotes, enter number, double quotes. Now this value we are taking into the N1. So when this statement is executed, our interpreter, Python uses interpreter. That I will show you while doing the practical. One lecture I will conduct directly on a computer. At that time we will check this. So N1 equal to input enter number. So when this statement is executed, your interpreter or your Python will give you blinking cursor saying that enter number, and after that it gives you blinking cursor. You input the number, that number will be given to N1. Similarly, N2 equal to input enter number. Okay. Now, next part is sum. Sum is equal to N1 plus N2. Average is equal to sum divided by, we don't give any semicolon to indicate end of statement. No variable declaration is required. We don't use any hash include and all. Here in C programming, we have to use hash include, then void main, open bracket, variable declaration, then close bracket. Here we don't declare any variables. When you assign a value, depending upon that value, it will consider the data type automatically. If we give n equal to 10, it will consider n as an integer. If we give n equal to 10.4, it will consider n as a float. If we consider n equal to single quotes m single quotes, it will consider n as a character. And if we consider n equal to single quotes Sangram single quotes complete, it will consider n as a string. So depending upon your which type of value you are assigning, it will consider that variable automatically. And then we can use here print. Instead of printf, we use print, double quotes, addition equal to, and the variable we use out of double quotes. Now here we have to give %d %f, that is in C programming. Here this is not required. Semicolon is not required. And then print average is equal to AVG. Now, technically this program is correct. Technically this program is correct. But if you execute this program, what will happen? It will take value of N1, no problem. It will take value of N2, no problem. But when it goes to the sum, it will calculate sum. But when it goes to the average, this will generate error. What error it will generate? Now I will rub this. Now, first statement, when first statement is executed, it gives you enter number. If you input 26, value of n will be considered as a 26. Now it goes to execute next statement. Input enter number. Again it gives you blinking cursor because of input statement. But before giving input statement, it gives you enter number again. If you input 10, value of n2 becomes 10. For us, 26 is a number, 10 is a number. And when it calculates sum, it will calculate sum as 26 and 10. It will calculate sum as 26, 10. Because whatever data we input from a keyboard, that data by default is considered as a string or character. So it won't consider this 26 as a number, it will consider 26 as a string, and it will consider n2 as string, and sum will be calculated as string 26 plus string 10, which will become 2610. When plus sign is present on both the sides of the string, it will concat the string. Though for us we have inputted 26 as a number, 10 as a number, internally your interpreter or your Python refers to interpreter. This interpreter refers each and every data which is inputted through keyboard as a string. So to treat this 26 and 10, whatever we have inputted from the keyboard, we have to convert that data from a string to the integer. And for that conversion, we can use int. Now this will work. N1 equal to int input enter number, N2 equal to int input. Remember this closing bracket is of input and this closing bracket is of typecasting int. Now this will work perfectly. Now those who are watching live streaming, don't try to take down this. Request is to watch this perfectly. Don't take down anything. After completion of a lecture, you can re-watch the live streaming lecture and you can take down the notes. Don't be in a hurry to take down this. Just try to focus what I am telling you. We are not here to become a clerk. We are here to become a programmer. And for programmer, understanding concept is important. This is a very easy concept which I am taking. This is a very easy concept. So don't take down this. So this program, it reads two numbers from the keyboard. It will calculate sum and average and it will display sum and average. The same statement we can write as print addition equal to curly bracket sum curly bracket double quotes complete. So whatever we write within within curly bracket, it will treat this as a variable and it will try to print value of that variable. Or this we can use as print average is equal to curly bracket avg curly bracket complete. Simple. You can give comma and then you can print the value, or you can put it within curly brackets, no problem. We can read in C programming, we can read, or in C++, we can read multiple values into the single input statement or in single scene statement. But here, right now, this is not possible. If you do it, we can do it. But right now, reading multiple values in a single input statement is not at all possible. How to do it? That we will discuss afterwards. But it is possible, but not right now. We will check simple programming. Okay. Now, I will rub this. I am conducting this lecture considering that you are familiar with C programming. I am considering this lecture that you are familiar with C programming. Okay. Now I am not going into the detail. What is scanf statement? What is input statement? What is output statement? What is control statement? This I am considering that all you are knowing. Now I will take one program. I pass this to the integer. Those who are joining late, after the completion of the lecture, you can watch again the lecture which I have conducted live streaming. You can watch it again, no problem. This is simple. I want to read three numbers and I want to find out the largest number. Now, if you consider simple C programming, what we can do is if n1 is greater than n2, max is equal to n1, else max is equal to n2. If n3 is greater than max, then max is equal to n3. Now I am not explaining this logic because I am not here to teach you C programming or the logic. Okay, I am here to teach you Python, and this base depends upon C and C++. You must know C and C++. Okay, so I am not wasting my time and your time to teach you C and C++. This logic I think already you have learned while learning C programming. Now this program I want to convert into Python. Now if I am not taking this logic, then why should I write this program? Because I want to teach you how to use if else and all. Okay, so here if n1 is greater than n2, after condition we have to give colon. If n1 is greater than n2, after condition we have to give colon compulsory. It is a rule, it is a syntax. Why? I don't know. Syntax is given in Python like this, so we have to use it. Max is equal to n1. No semicolon is required. Else, again, colon, max is equal to n2. Then, if n3 is greater than max, colon, max equal to n3. If n1 is greater than n2, max is equal to n1, else max is equal to n2. If n3 is greater than max, max equal to n3. And then we can print here, print largest number is max. Simple. But this colon is required. Now, the most important part which we have to learn here is Python is, in C programming, you write your program like this, or if you write it like this, okay, or if you write this statement over here, if you write this statement over here, if you write this statement over here, it doesn't make any difference. It works. कहीं भी लिखो, कुछ बोल लिया, it works. But this case is not there in Python. Python is indent language. Compulsory This line must be after one tab. Now if we are using the GUI like PyCharm, I always use this PyCharm to teach this language. If you are using PyCharm and after colon if you press enter key, your cursor won't go here, it will come here directly. Because indenting is important in Python. What is important is indenting is important. So you can give max equal to n1. Now if you press enter key, cursor will come here. Cursor will come here. You have to press backspace to come here. Else colon, press enter key, cursor will come below this column. Then max equal to n2. Enter key, cursor will come here. You press backspace. So indenting it supports automatically. You have to take care of indenting compulsory. You have to take care of indenting compulsory. Otherwise, in some cases it will generate error and in some cases it will give you wrong answer. What will happen, whether it will generate error or whether it will give wrong answer, it depends upon what program or how statements you have written. Okay, we cannot say that this will generate error and this will give you wrong output. No, it depends upon what program you are writing, how you are writing the statements. In some cases you might get error, in some cases you might get wrong answer. Okay, so remember this, colon is required, some indenting is required, colon is required, some indenting is required. You have to move forward and backward on your own, compulsory. So this is a simple program using if else. How to use if else and how to use if. This example I have taken just to show you the syntax of if and if else. If you want to write multiple statements, you can write it after one by one, no problem. Okay. Now, same program if you want to solve using nested if. Same program if you want to solve using nested if, we can solve this using nested if as if n1 is greater than n2, then max equal to n3. If n1 is greater than n3, max equal to n1. I am not going to teach you logic. Okay. Else max equal to n3. If n2 is greater than n3, then max equal to n2. Learn this logic. What is the logic? Just I want to tell you how nested if works and what is important in nested if else and all. This is nested inner is if, outer is if else. If n1 is greater than n2, colon max equal to n3. If n1 is greater than n3, max equal to n1. Now if you press enter key, cursor will come here. Why I have taken this example? Just to explain you how indenting works. So if n1 is greater than n2, if you press enter key, cursor will come here. If you write here max equal to n3 and if you press enter key, cursor will come here. If you are using PyCharm, I am talking about PyCharm. If you are using PyCharm GUI. If n1 is greater than n3, colon, if you press enter key, cursor will come here, max equal to n1. Now we want to go back. So if you press tab key, cursor will come from here to here. Again you have, backspace. Means if you press enter key, cursor will come here. We want to go back, so press backspace, cursor will come here, and again press backspace, cursor will go here. You can write here else. Now, after pressing here enter key, if you press back, cursor will come here. If you press backspace, cursor will come here. And if you write here else, this else it will be considered for this if. Remember this. So you have to press one more backspace. And if you press enter key, cursor will come here automatically. Max equal to n3, if you press enter key, cursor will come here. If n2 is greater than n3, colon is required. And if you press enter key, it will come here, max equal to n2. Press enter key, cursor will come here. Press backspace, cursor will come here. Press backspace, cursor will come here. And then write the print statement. This is how. Okay. Now, Samely, you can try for nested if else and all. I'm not going to teach here detail about nested if and nested if else. Sorry. Now I want to write a program that I want to read one number, that is suppose n. If n is equal to 1, I want to print hi. If n equal to 2, I want to print hello. If n is equal to 3, I want to print welcome. If n is equal to 4, I want to print how are you. And if else, I want to print visit again. Okay. In C programming, we can use this as switch. Switch n, case 1, printf, break. Case 2, printf, break, like this. But in Python, we don't have switch directly. In Python, we don't have switch directly. Python says, instead of using switch, you go with if-else ladder. Okay. Now how this if-else ladder works? If n is equal to 1, colon, you can use print hi. If this is not equal to 1, that means it is equal to 2. We have to check. If it is not 1, that it may be 2. So else and if we can use as a el if. Else if n is equal to 2, print hello. If it is not equal to 1, we are checking else if it is equal to 2. If it is not equal to 3, if it is not equal to 2, what we can use? Else if n is equal to 3. They can use print welcome. If it is not equal to 3 and if it is equal to 4, then I am using print how are you. And if it is not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, I can use here else print visit again. Print visit again. So Python is not providing switch statement. Instead of switch, we have to use if-else ladder. That, or you can say if elif. If elif. If this condition is not satisfied, it will come here as else. It will check for 2. If it is not satisfied, it will come as here else. It will check for 3, like this. And if it is not equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, it will go to the else. Just like here default. In case in switch we are using default, and here we are using if-else. Okay. Now rewind this and take down these programs. Watch the video again and take down the program. Okay. So this is regarding input statement, output statement, if-else, if statement, and if-else ladder. In next lecture, maybe tomorrow, we will be going with looping. Just, this is my number 97644400326. Whatever your feedback about live streaming, how you feel this, whether you are finding some problems, याच्यामध्ये रेकॉर्डिंग म्हणजे लाईव्ह लेक्चर करताना तुम्हाला काय प्रॉब्लेम जाणवला का, की लाईट फ्लक्च्युएट होतोय, आवाज व्यवस्थित येत नाही, बफरिंग होतं, स्ट्रीमिंग होतं, जे काय प्रॉब्लेम्स आहेत ते प्लीज मला ह्या नंबरवर 9764440326 ह्या नंबरवर मला कळवा. कारण का जे दिस इज ट्रायल अँड एरर. मी एक प्रोफेशनल बघितलेला आहे की जो लाईव्ह व्हिडिओ मला करून देणार आहे, परंतु तुम्हाला सोमवारी शिकवणार आहे सर. मग 2 दिवस काय घालवा, म्हणून मी आज स्वतःहून सुरू केलेलं आहे युजिंग मोबाईल फोन्स. त्यामुळे चेक करा याच्यामध्ये काही प्रॉब्लेम बरोबर आहे, चुकीचं आहे, चांगलं वाटतं, वाईट वाटतं, जे काय फ्रँकली स्पीकिंग जे काय आहेत, वॉट एव्हर यू आर फिलिंग, just reply me on this, so it will help me to improve the streaming. So this is a request you all, whatever your experience in learning this, please reply me on my WhatsApp number 9764440326, please. And if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe my channel. If you like this video, click on the like button. Thank you very much. And if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe my channel. If you like this video, click on the like. Thank you.